Hello children, the story I'm going to read to you today is another Percy the Park Keeper story, and its title is The Fox's Hiccups. So I'll just let you see Percy and the fox on the front cover. And I'll read the blurb for you. Percy the Park Keeper was looking forward to a good rest after a hard day, but his peace is interrupted by a loud crash. The fox has come to ask Percy's help and finds a most unusual cure for his hiccups. Off we go. The first stars were beginning to show in the sky as Percy the Park Keeper made his way home to his hut in the park. He'd been working all day really hard and he was tired and hungry. Now he was looking forward to his supper and a good rest. There he goes. Happily going back home. Ready for his supper. As Percy plodded on, he saw his friend the fox coming up the path towards him. The fox was on his way home too. "Good night," said Percy as they passed each other. "Good night, Percy," answered the fox. The fox had hiccups. There they are as they pass each other. Excuse me. The fox had been drinking some fizzy lemonade when a squirrel told him a funny joke about a parrot, a worm and a cricket bat. The fox exploded with laughter. It was then that he had learned that it is not a good idea to laugh and drink at the same time. He had hiccups and he'd had them all afternoon. "I wonder if Percy knows a good cure for hiccups," the fox said to himself. I'll ask him," he said. And with that he turned and followed after Percy. When he got back to his hut, Percy remembered that he still had one or two jobs to do. First he watered some plants. There he is, watering his plants. "I'd better get my washing in too," said Percy. "And it's 2 boiled eggs for me and a pile of toast soldiers." So Percy does his washing and pegs it out on the clothesline outside. My socks. The fox hurried on. He wasn't afraid of the dark. He just liked the light better, that's all. But where was Percy? He ran around the side of the hut, but instead of finding Percy, he found Percys Washing. Then with a crash and a tumble, which hurt his foot, he found a pile of flower pots. "Ow! Oh!" wailed the fox. There he is, tumbling over the flower pots. Can you see he's broken the washing line? Percy was surprised by the crash. He stuck his head round the corner. But when Percy saw what had made the crash, he quickly pulled it back again. It's a ghost," he gasped. There he is, popping his head round. You can see why you thought it was a ghost, can't you? I wonder if you can guess what that ghost really is. Maybe you could tell Mummy or whoever you're listening to the story with. Percy had never met a ghost before, ever. He felt he should introduce himself. But what should he say to a ghost? Percy listened hard. He could hear the ghost still moaning and thumping about. Suddenly there was another loud crash, and then silence. Percy was just beginning to wonder if perhaps the ghost had disappeared when there came another sound. a much smaller sound. It was not the sort of sound that Percy expected to hear from a ghost. A smile spread over Percy's face. There he is, smiling. Percy poked his head round the corner again. This time, what he saw made him roar with laughter. I'll just let you see. There he is, peeking, and that's what he saw. This is what Percy saw this time. Do you need any help, Mr. Ghost? Said Percy, still laughing. Yes, please, said a muffled reply from inside the barrel. Could you possibly turn me the right way up? Percy helped the fox back onto his feet. You gave me quite a shock, said Percy. I gave myself one, said the fox, but it seems to have cured my hiccups. And there they are. A happy Percy and a happy fox who no longer has the hiccups. I hope you enjoyed that, children. See you soon. Take care.